And I'm back with more of the Tyranids. So, we have got a third city set up by... Well, we got it set up by about turn 45, which is remarkably quick, at least for me. Though as the Tyranids, I believe this is part of the idea, is to get as many cities online as early as possible. Almost kind of similar to, let's say, Civilization 6, which is very wide. A very wide game. A very large, very grande game. Where a lot of the other races in Gladius like to have a very tall playstyle, it seems that the Tyranids, and to a lesser degree the Orcs, are much wider. So it's very different from what I'm used to with Gladius, but I'm having a good time with it. Now let's see here. We're wiping out the last of these Gene Stealer cultists out here. They hopefully won't be running around stealing my outposts anymore. Since the Tyranids have to worry about the whole synapse mechanic, and the others don't, it can be a bit more difficult to just throw out units to hold ground here. But we are wiping out the last of these guys. I'd like a healer unit sometime soon, but as the Tyranids, it honestly kind of seems like the plan usually is just to consume units that are wounded and replace them with fresh new ones. Okay, let's see here. We have back here the ability to order an Aidenthropum. I think we'll be holding off on that. Let's see. Do we need to produce any buildings? Let's skip this city here. Now, in the city of Farkor, we do not have enough money to produce any hero units. Right, we do not have the biomass necessary to put out our first Tervigon yet. I'll intend to fix that in a moment. Let's see. The Spider's Parlor and enemy units in Tyranid cities take increased damage. Take damage each turn. I'm not under siege. That's not a priority. Hormagaunts. Are Hormagaunts any cheaper than Termagaunts? Let's see. Let's go ahead and research them and check. After that, we'll probably be looking into Carnifexes and Hive Tyrants. Both seem like quite good units. Hormagaunts. Excellent. Okay, I'll be comparing those boys to the Termagaunts momentarily. Now, let's go ahead and eat the last of these neophyte hybrids. Nom. 9 research. Whew. Very good. Oh, hello, last of the enslavers. Now, let's see. You probably won't take very much damage from Mr. Malanthrope here, but you will probably take a good amount of damage from the Termagants. So let's see. Who here is going to do more damage than... Who here is going to do more damage? A wounded unit of Termagants or a regular Malanthrope? The wounded unit of Termagants will do more damage. Let's see, can we surround the... We cannot fully surround the Enslaver here. Ah, well. Anyways, let's go ahead and have everybody run up here. Wait, let's go ahead and have this guy take the Siren Caster. There we go, that's very good. And now we will roll up and let's see, can we kill the Enslaver? I don't think we can. No, we can't. But he's not going to make it far on foot, or on tentacle, or on... brain levitations, however these things move. Okay, back here in OSFX. Alright, we have another Megafauna sack. Now it is time to look into the other basics of the Tyranid economy. Let's see, we will be taking this tile right here. No, we'll hold off on that one because we'll have to get rid of the forest when we take that tile. We'll be moving in this direction instead, and presumably be looking into a brood nest as well as a loyalty building. Now, let's see, we've got a unit of Termagants here, so we can rush them on down to SFX and help with rushing something, or maybe we'll just send them to help on the war front. I'm not quite certain. Now, back here in the city of Indothalone, we were going to order a unit of Hormagaunts. Now, what is the difference between Termagants and Hormagaunts? They have the same price. Let's get a unit of Hormagaunts out and we'll check. Because I do not remember what the real meaningful difference is between these gentlemen. Okay, now we're going to have this Tyranid Warrior Prime hang out here. He is a Synapse creature, so he does not need to worry about any leadership issues himself, and he'll provide unbreakable leadership to all nearby friendly units, or excuse me, to all nearby friendly Tyranid units. Now let's see, back here in the Brood Nest, we will be ordering another unit of Termagants. These guys are always useful, and I will be trying out the Tervigon as well. I'll probably be using the Termagants to rush the Tervigon. I'll be ordering a Carnifex, after that a Hive Tyrant, and then after that maybe looking forward in the tech tree. It's difficult to say. Now, what boosts do we want for our economy that are up here? Efficient digestion, right, I was curious about that. And I was also curious about acid blood. It's only for monsters and the heroes, though. Guess that makes sense. Regeneration. Monsters and heroes get HP regen. Wow! And reduces the biomass upkeep of monsters. Whew. It's good stuff. I should be looking into that after the Carnifex and the Hive Tyrant, certainly. I need the Brood Haunt in one of my cities soon. I've just been prioritizing getting the biomass up, though, so I can get my cities to develop at a good speed. Now, with this Tyranid Prime here, him being a synapse creature, I can get a whole little city running around him. Not city, excuse me, an army running around him pretty soon, so we should be looking into that. And how much damage are we going to be able to kill? We can kill these Chaos Cultists in a single turn, yes? No, the melee damage bonus did not actually help enough to kill them. That's unfortunate. They may escape. We shall see. They will probably escape. Okay, speaking of escape, this Enslaver will not. Alright, let's go ahead and have all these gentlemen move up, and we'll be finishing off this Enslaver and having the rest of our units move on. We could probably use some more Termagants here. Let's get a Brood Nest up here. Does a Brood Nest provide loyalty? Yes, it does. Let's go ahead and get that running. More Termagants are good. They provide rush capabilities. Now, back here on Indothalone, we're going to need to... Oh, we are out of biomass. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I just have to keep pumping more biomass into the development of more biomass. I need more money to make more money. Ah, well. Oh, right, I had ordered the Tervigon this turn. Ah, well. Well, it'll be worth it, I'm sure. Definitely not a huge waste of money. Okay. Let's have the Tyranid Prime hang out here until he's fully healed, and we'll have the Termagants here hang out until they are ready to get on the field. Now, over here, we're going to want these Termagants to move on up. I'd like for them to take the time to get healed, but they don't really have that luxury. There's a Grox pasture right here. Now, if memory serves, the Grox pasture is quite good. Yes, it provides more biomass. It's the rare resource that actually provides more biomass for the Tyranids. That's a rare, rare thing, and that's quite good. I might want to go ahead and put a 4th city down there. Who knows? This might be too early to put down a 4th city. I'm already suffering for biomass, but nonetheless, I'm curious about the possibilities. Let's put down a biomass building right here. And back in Far Core, let's order another biomass building right there. So we will start to get the biomass issues dealt with. Let's research now. Let's see. The Hive Tyrant. Flesh hooks. That's only an upgrade for Tyranid warriors, primes, and lictors. Maybe I'll look into that at some point. For now, I'm not throwing out a lot of Tyranid warriors, however. I probably should in the future, though, as that seems like quite a good synapse unit to throw out to be surrounded by Gaunts. Alright, speaking of Gaunts, here's the Termagants. Now, out here, do we want to order... Let's hold off on ordering any Termagants just yet. Any more of them, at least. Now, this army will keep on moving up. And we are not looking at any Genestealer cultists to be worried about. Good, good, good. Oh, there they are. Knew there had to be some somewhere. They're all over this map. It's crazy. Oh no, Chaos cultists. Ah well. What can you do? Alright, let's go ahead and use the tail so that the Genestealer cultists do not get to make many attacks on the next turn. And our Termagants will make some nice attacks against the Chaos cultists. Now, who here has moves to help? Nobody. Okay. Alright, back at Indothalone. I want to temporarily skip production of units so I can focus on building up some biomass to produce some good... Hang on, what is this? Entropic Locum and the Powered Bolas. I'll put those on the Tyranid Prime just for now, just because I wouldn't use them otherwise. Okay, we have got all of this stuff from the previous tiers research that I wanted to look at. Let's move ahead a bit here. The Capillary Tower sounds quite good. But we can also look into Lictors and the Trygon. The Trygon sounds quite good for now, so we'll look at him. Then after that, we'll probably look at Capillary Towers. I'm curious, really, what the difference is between Hormagaunts and Termagants. I have Hormagaunts out there somewhere, don't I? I do, right here. Okay. Now, let's see here. Oh, we're taking a bit of damage from these Chaos Cultists. Focusing on the wounded units, as per usual. Now, let's see. These Termagants, let's see. What is the difference in terms of abilities between Hormagaunts and Termagants? Hormagaunts, it's a unit of, let's see. They share pretty well the same stats in terms of health. And okay, Hormagaunts move 4 tiles in a turn rather than 3. Okay. The Scything Talons do not have armor penetration. They hit twice. Or rather, they hit 16 times for 1 damage apiece. Whereas the Flesh Borers, you get 10 of them. Really, 10 Termagants to a unit instead of 8 Hormagaunts. And it is going to hit 10 times for 1.5 damage each, with a little bit of armor penetration, so it's not a huge change. But I do see the Hormagaunts have the Fleet. Yeah, that provides the extra. Bounding Leap negates movement of rivers. So the value of Hormagaunts is that they are extremely fast. They look fast, that much is certain. Okay, I didn't realize that. That makes sense. I've been wondering for a while what the difference is between the units in terms of stats. Let's see, let's go ahead and keep hitting these guys. I wonder, do the Tyranids have a healer unit? They must somewhere, right? Maybe it's the Tervigon. Maybe the Tervigon heals. Now, can anyone throw some meaningful attacks at these? Yes, okay. We will go ahead and do some damage to those Genestealer cultists. There we go. I don't think we'll be able to finish off anyone here. They're all going to run away into the night on the next turn. They're going to flee, but I'm not super worried about that. Let's see. Hey, this unit can do something. It won't, though, because it doesn't have anything meaningful to do. The Tyranid Prime and the Termagants have got up and ready to do something. Let's push forward a little bit here. Oh, hello, Chaos Cultists hiding out in the dark. Can these Termagants kill the Chaos Cultists in a single turn? No, they can't, so the Tyranid Prime will have to help them. The Tyranid Prime will have to do the hard work. There we go. And these Termagants will just slowly whittle away at the Webway Gate. We've got more Termagants here. I don't want to rush anything, so I'm going to move them up to meet the Tyranid Prime, join that whole horde. We are losing, well, we're just about close enough to losing influence now, so we need to be looking into putting in more influence buildings. That would be a priority in Farcore next turn. Over here in Dothalone, we need to be looking into putting in more biomass buildings, but I also want the Brood Haunt. The Brood Haunt, let's see, produces 3 biomass. That's not bad. We'll be expanding here onto this tile? It's a good question. I think I'll be expanding onto this tile for the moment, and then we'll put the Brood Haunt there. Over in OS Effects, let's see. We have our first Brood Nest here for production of Gaunts and Warriors. We will be also putting in, let's see here, what do we want here? There's a variety of things we can put in here, but let's put in a loyalty building, even though it costs the most out of the buildings generally, most of the time. We'll also produce some Hormagaunts. They can get to the field faster than the Termagants. Back in Dothalone and Farcore, we can also put the money into building other things. What would we want to put in? Hormagaunts to get to the front don't sound like a bad idea. We'll skip production in Farcore for now. If we put in a city right here, it'd have access to both the Shard of Ball and the Grox Pasture. This seems like a good city spot, at least by Tyranid standards. Okay, we're going to want to move up these guys. We're going to want to move up these guys because they're a little bit more wounded. And I don't care so much if they take damage. While everyone else, let's see, will be moving up bit by bit to try and do what damage we can to the enemy as they flee. Now this guy, yeah, we'll just be moving up bit by bit, including this guy, so he can do what damage he needs to do. Now, let's see, yeah, we'll go ahead and hit these Chaos Cultists. And because Mr. Acrosomic Pack here, what a strange name for a squid-faced bug to have, he will go ahead and finish the unit off because he does not have Overwatch attacks, so I'm not super worried if he wastes, if he loses his attack this turn. He only hits with melee attacks, which can't Overwatch. No one over here left has their turn left. Let's see. We will be finishing off this Webway Gate here. It's just taking up too much space. I don't like it. And we'll be taking this Shard of Ball. These Termagants will be moving to catch up with the Tyranid Prime. There we go. Back here, these Hormagaunts will be moving to catch up with this force over here. And in the city of Farkor, we need more influence buildings, and Farkor is in a good position to do just that, so we'll be producing more influence here. I'm curious about getting more Hormagaunts out here, as they are closer to the Tyranid Prime's horde, so I'll go ahead and get that ordered. Back in Indothalone, we will hold off on producing anything from the Aedanthropum just yet. Oh, more Chaos Cultists. Doing very little damage. Poor guys. Okay, let's see here. We're going to want to go ahead and remove this webway gate. But for now, let's have these Tyranid units, let's go ahead and have them move up and start whittling down that Chaos Cultist unit. This Malanthrope will move up to join in on the beatdown on this webway gate, though he won't be doing much damage. It's going to be mostly the Termagants doing damage here. And this Malanthrope, we're going to let him move up and eat this Neophyte Hybrid. It's going to be horrible. Nom. Okay. Oh, hey, these Termagants can move up. Oh, these are Hormagaunts, right. These Hormagaunts will move up, and they will take their shots at these Chaos Cultists, and these Chaos Cultists will be dead. Very nice. Is there anyone left here that can attack this webway gate? No, the webway gate will have to be finished next turn. Yeah, well. Alright, back here, let's see. These are... Yeah, we will be moving these guys up. That is a Cybernetica Datasmith. He is going to be destroyed by the Tyranid Prime. That is probably going to be disgusting. Oh, well, hey, he's not immediately dead. Let's go ahead. It's a free action, so let's go ahead and throw the Power Bolas on this guy so this guy can't run if he survives this turn. He may not survive this turn, but I wasn't going to use the Power Bolas anyways. We'll throw ahead. Yeah. We'll go ahead and throw on our little buff there and do a lot of damage to this guy. Now, where there's a Cybernetica Datasmith, there is near always a Castellan Robot. So that's worrying, because the Castellan Robot, you don't have to be scared of the Datasmith, but you very much have to be scared of the Castellan that always follows him. Okay, back in Indothalone, let's see here. We have expanded, and we need more biomass. Always, always more. But first, let's go ahead and get the Brood Haunt out, because that's what I actually had started this tile for anyways. Thank God I remembered, because that nearly would have been dumb. Let's see, I'm going to otherwise skip in the city. I don't need another Malanthrope at the current moment, though I should at some point look into building a fourth city, really, once I get more of a solid food production going. Now, there's the Castellan I was worried about. Let's see, how much damage could a Tyranid Prime do to a Castellan? Because these other Gaunts could go ahead and tank the damage for a little bit, but he probably won't let them. Let's see. The Tyranid Prime does more damage to the Castellan than the Castellan does to the Tyranid Prime. Interesting. Let's go ahead and have these guys... Let's go ahead and have them duke it out for a bit, then. Giant Bug versus Giant Robot. It's cool. Okay. We want to forge on ahead, continuing to finish off some outposts out here, so... Let's go ahead and get that... Webway gate gone. Oh no, the webway gate did not gone. Alright, we'll have this Termagant unit deal some damage to it. And we'll push on ahead. Oh no, more Chaos Cultists. There's so many of them. They're everywhere, man. Okay. Now, who here? You... Hang on, you are... What are you? Are you a skimmer? Do you take damage from the... You only have move through cover, so you'd still take damage from Wireweed. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Let's leave these other Termagants back here to heal, while everybody else beats up on these Chaos Cultists. Oh, the Hormagaunts are doing a not bad at all amount of damage, and we are going to wipe out the Chaos Cultists just like that. And get the research. Very good. Now, let's see. Back here in OSFX, let's see. Let's get some buildings online. We have Loyalty online. We can get more unit production buildings going around this recaf leaf. That does not sound bad. But for now, let's go ahead and look at Farkor, because Farkor needs a population cap building. And that will take the priority, because losing out on population cap can whoop you in the long run. Now, here in OSFX, let's see. we may want... Why did I put a brood nest away from the recaf leaf? That wasn't very smart. Ah, well, we'll deal with it. Let's see. We are going to want probably some more biomass to pay out for the massive expansions we are experiencing. Now, these hormigons back here, we will run them on ahead to catch up with the rest of our cities. And let's see. Do we want to order... Let's try out some Tyranid warriors. Why not? There we go. And we will need to choose a research. Extra monstrous creature armor sounds good, but for now we'll be going for the capillary tower, and we'll go back for the monstrous creature armor later. Chaos Cultists doing a not insignificant amount of damage to our Hormigons. These Termigons taking a lot of damage. Alright, we're getting attacked by extra amounts of Chaos Cultists. There are so many Chaos Cultists in this area. It's absurd. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do a lot of damage to these Chaos Cultists. Finish them off with these Termigons. There we go. And we will go ahead here and let's move these Malanthropes a bit around. And slowly win this battle of somewhat attrition. These Termigons are very close to dying. Let's move them around to a place where they might be a bit safer and take this mobile hollow projector for the extra 10% health on all units, because that's quite good. And do a good bit of damage to this Castellan here, slowly tear it down, and once it is gone, we will be claiming this real estate for ourselves. Now, we still are going to want to take this. We should be looking into a Malanthrope. We're setting up a 4th city here. These Hormigons will be rushing up to the front line where they can join their comrades. I'm going to order a 4th Malanthrope. No, I am not going to order a 4th Malanthrope. One of these Malanthropes here is unnecessary. Who is the one with the worst levels? They're all level 3. Okay, so it's meaningless. Alright, these Termigons need to heal. Now, back in Endothelon, we will not be ordering another Malanthrope for the moment. Oh, some enslavers just appeared out of the fog of war. I hate when that happens. I hate enslavers. Alright, so I'm going to have, let's see, Mr. Acrosomic Pack here. Let's see, what's the cost of building a city? Only 60 biomass and 60 influence. Why, that is great. I will be going ahead and starting up a 4th city here, the city of Panurator. There we go. And we will be immediately... Let's see, expanding to take in the Grox pasture, because extra biomass is good. And after that, we'll be looking into putting in our first Megafauna sack, and we will be eating one of these Termigons that are already out here. Now, this Termigon is going to run all the way home and hide inside the city until he is healed. And the same for these Termigons, because the city is going to heal them faster than sitting on an outpost. Now, all the rest of these units are going to go ahead and run around. And this Malanthrope is going to take that fermentation pool for the extra resources. Very good. We'll be wiping out these stupid Chaos Cultists, who I do not like, because they are dumb and bad, and I don't like them. These guys are going to be hanging around here for this turn. And these, whoops, accidentally double-clicked. That was not wise. Alright, we got some Hormigons out here. Back in OAS Effects, we're going to be spending a lot of biomass getting the city of Panurator up and ready, but until then, we're going to want to produce more Hormigons in the city of OAS Effects so they can be pumped into Panurator to get Panurator up to speed faster. Now, in the meantime, we are going to need more loyalty in the city of OAS Effects as well as our other cities, so that will be one thing to worry about. Let's go ahead and set up some further loyalty buildings. Back here in Endothelome, let's see. We've got our Broodhaunt up and going. The Tyrannocyte, a monstrous creature that transports units to the front line and supports them by pinning down enemy units. What a strange unit. The Carnifex takes 10 turns. Unit that's going to need to be rushed. Okay. Let's see here. We could stand to have more loyalty, so let's go ahead and get another loyalty building going here. Okay, over here, right, fighting the Castellan. A slow process, but one that should, in the end, be rewarding. Now, these Termagants are going to need to go somewhere safe. Now, I don't know how much range there really is that's outside of Castellan's reach, but for now, I'll just have them sit there, and the enslavers are going to come over and enslave them. That sucks. Ah, well, that's just how it is with enslavers. Yep, there they go. Yeah, hate those guys. They're not as bad as Tyranids, because Tyranids, so many of your units are going to not take morale penalties at all. And on top of that, most of your units are not very valuable, so they're pretty easy to replace. Oh, we got our Tervigon. Excellent. This guy's a hero? I don't think this thing can do base, like, any kind of form of math. It feels a bit generous to call this guy a hero. Okay, so this guy's gimmick, let's see. Crushing Claws, Stinger Salvo, both don't look bad. Let's see, he is a monster, he is a hero, he has move through cover, he is a psyker? Really? He does not take the penalty for heavy weapons, does he? He's not even carrying any heavy weapons. He has even more melee armor penetration than the 8 he's already carrying. Termagants in the area take damage when the Tervigon dies. I'm not super worried about that. He is a Synapse creature, that's nice. Now, let's see. His abilities, Synapse creature, Shadow in the Warp for Psychers, Aura of Fear, and he can do the Subterranean Assault thing once I get the Trigons out, but that's not something I can deal with right now. Really? He's our healer. Okay, that's, I was wondering that. Okay, we'll take a healer, and he can spit out Termagants every 3 turns. And we upgrade it to get higher level Termagants. Interesting. This is a cool unit. Okay, let's get this guy out on the board then. And let's see, if he can just crap out a Termagant every couple of turns, at no cost, instantly. You're serious? You serious? That's crazy. Alright, well, I'll just be crapping out a Termagant right now. Good lord. Seriously, is this guy permanent? Does he just disappear after some time like Tau drones? No? Really? Wow! Alright, Tervigons. That's a unit to rush as soon as possible. Wow! That's a good unit! That's a good unit! Wow, alright. Tyranid Warriors, let's see. They got, wow, really? No armor piercing. I thought the Tyranid Warriors were a famously armor piercing unit. Okay, anyways, yeah, this is a rather beefy, tanky guy here, and he's a Synapse creature. If memory serves, part of the gimmick of Tyranid Warriors is that they're pretty well the Tyranid equivalent of Space Marines. So, these guys are probably pretty good for going out there and claiming some outposts on their own. I don't need to worry about them having babysitters like I do other Tyranid units. Let's see, still not really got the capability to throw around oh, I want the Carnifex. I just want it. I just want it. It may not be an economically sound choice, but I just want it. Should hold off for the moment because I need a loyalty building and Elise effects. So let's go ahead and order that. Alright. Execute queued orders. I don't remember any units having queued orders. Oh, I apparently write that unit that I double-clicked with accidentally. Whoops. Oh, well. Alright, these guys over here need to be moved. Let's see. They need to be healed, too, but I don't have the ability to do that right now. Let's see. Let's move up. Oh, no! Vespids. I hate Vespids. Let's see, who all can move up here? Let's go ahead and have the Malanthrope move up. He's not a super squishy unit, so I'm not super worried about him taking a lot of damage. Now, this gentleman does not have the movement capability to do any attacks himself, or excuse me, he does have the moves. He does have an action, not used up, but he did not have... Toxic Miasma was on cooldown. There we go, that's the word I was looking to say. That was the series of words I was looking to say. Now, who here is left that has not been moved? Oh, this... Wait a second. As soon as a Tervigon spits out a unit of Termagants, it gets to take a move? You serious? My god. This is the best unit ever. This unit is great. I need 10. Oh, we can also produce a unit here. Let's hold off just for now, because I'd like to buy a Carnifex next turn, because they're cool, and they're big monsters, and they're like dinosaurs. It's great. Okay, now presumably those Termagants that just got brainwashed are about to join in on beating on the Tyranid Prime, which is annoying. Oh, that Castellan! The Castellan's gonna chase down those wounded Termagants. Oh, well. Sucks to be those guys, I guess. Well, with the Tervigon out, those guys are very replaceable now, so that's, not really... That doesn't really hurt. The Termagants will have their revenge. Let's see, did the Tyranid Prime get the XP from that? He did, but the Tervigon didn't. Eh, well. Anyways, let's see, back over here, let's see. We have barbs. They're annoying. Let's see, these Hormigons need to run on home and get healed. Let's see, this Malanthrope needs to pull back a little bit. He's about to get surrounded. Now, let's see. How much damage can we do to these Chaos Cultists? Fair bit of damage, fair bit of damage. But I'd rather right now wrap them up with the tail so they do less damage. I'm more worried about the damage they're outputting than the amount of damage they can take for the moment. Let's move these Hormigons up. And let's see, are these more Hormigons? These are more Hormigons. Excellent. Yeah, Hormigons do seem quite good just for their ability to get where they need to be in a good time. So we need to get rid of this wireweed at some point. I don't know if we'll have to send out a Malanthrope to deal with that, or this one won't be able to be reached by the city of Endothelon, so that's annoying. Okay, we've got more Hormigons coming out of the city of Farkor. Let's see. I do want a Carnifex out of Endothelon, but I don't think I'll be able to afford one just this turn. I think I've got bigger priorities in the city of Farkor. Because the city of Farkor, yep, the city of Farkor is going to need to put in some more buildings. They're specifically going to need to put in another Synapse node. Excellent. Now, can I order a Carnifex? I can, just barely. I'll take one. Woohoo, unreasonable spending. Let's see, the Tyranid Prime is leveled up. Excellent. Let's see, the damage reduction is probably quite good, but Scourge of the Brood, 60% damage increase. Wow, that's double. Wow, that's pretty good. I doubt this guy's going to be surrounded with warriors anytime soon, so let's go ahead and go for Scourge of the Brood. Okay, this Malanthrope does get to attack, but both of his abilities are down, and his standard attack ain't so good. So let's go ahead and hit the Chaos Cultists. It's not very much, but that's the Malanthrope for you. It's not really the point of him. He's not supposed to be a combat unit. Acid Blood will hold off. Efficient Digestion decreases the influence cost of consuming tiles. That could be quite good on the Malanthrope. I'll have to check what that looks like once we get it researched. You know, I wasn't shedding many tears for dead Termagants to begin with. But really, now that we've seen the Tervigon, I have no tears to shed. I forget, are Enslavers considered a flyer unit? They're a skimmer. So that means, yep, they will still take melee damage. You love to see it. Okay, let's go ahead and whittle down these Vespids. Do we have the ability to spit out another Tervigon yet? No. But we do have the ability to heal these Termagants. Now, how much damage will the Tervigon do? Not really worth caring about. Let's heal these Termagants instead, and we'll have these Hormigons move in and take their shots. Probably should have moved them right next to the Tervigon so that they'd take the advantage of the Synapse, but what can you do? Well, you can do a variety of things that I didn't do there, but nonetheless, let's go ahead and pretend I said something a little bit wiser there. Okay, these Hormigons, let's see. Can we move these Termagants out of this position? No, they're pinned in. Let's move the Malanthrope back here. Let's move this Hormigont here. Let's move the Malanthrope back here. Let's move these Hormigons here. Let's move this Termagant here. There we go. Let's move this Malanthrope here. Let's move these Hormigons here. Okay, we've moved this all around, so it's now a better position. We don't have the Malanthrope sitting on the front line where they really shouldn't be. We'll have the Termagants not attack this turn. These Hormigons will wipe out these Chaos Cultists, and because the Termagants have not moved, they will have their Overwatch attack ready for if the Vespids move up. There we go, those Chaos Cultists are dead. Excellent. These Tyranid Warriors, it's going to take a minute for them to get to the front line, but because they're a Synapse creature, I don't really mind. Could probably stand to get a Tyrannocyte going sometime soon, so that I can get some good transport going, which the Tyrannocyte, by the way, the last time I played the Tyranids, the Tyrannocyte was not a unit that existed. They were a free LC unit added later on. Now let's see, back here in the city of Penurator, excuse me, we will go ahead and get our Megafauna sack going. We are about to run out of influence, so we need to be careful here. Now, ordinarily, I would go to the trouble of rushing. Hang on, let's see. What would be the influence cost of rushing? Only 5%. Let's go ahead then and send these Hormigons out. Nope, these Hormigons just went and hid in the city to begin. Okay. Now, we are going to go ahead and eat this unit of wounded Termagants to rush the building, and these guys are going to go ahead and come out as well. We need to get more influence buildings up. So we are going to go ahead and skip the production of anything in Endothalone. And in Farkor, let's see. Do we spend influence to produce a Gaunt unit? No. So I'll be producing a Gaunt unit. I really need to drop everything and just start producing lots of influence from my cities. Alright, this Tyranid Prime is going to go ahead and, yep, finish off these enslavers. Good to see, good to see. These Hormagaunts, let's see, let's go ahead and have the Tervigon move here. Hormagaunts move up here. The Hormagaunts are going to finish off these Vespids, and the Tervigon is going to go ahead and drop a big heal. Well, first he's going to spit out some extra Termagants. Right here, yeah. Oh, these Termagants, I got these Termagants back. Hey, that's cool. Okay, and next turn the Tervigon is going to drop whatever he's doing and heal the Termagants in the Tyranid Prime. Okay, let's see, down here. These guys can move in, these guys can move out. Let's see, these Termagants are going to move up here. Yep. Alright. Now, what options do we want? We probably want to move up and deal with this Chaos Cultist infestation up here to the north that we've been putting off for a while, because they seem like they're a problem and I've been ignoring them. Let's have the Malanthropes move over just a little bit so I don't get notifications about them. Now, back in the city of Panerator, let's see. Let's have these Hormagaunts move out, and then we are going to have the city of Panerator eat them to further rush the Megafauna sack. Very good. Now, let's see. This tile right here will have... no, not increased influence output. Okay, well, the city of Farkor, I would like it to get done with its influence business soon enough, please. Back in the city of Westeffects, let's go ahead and order an influence building here just to cover the immediate economic gap we're running into. These Hormagaunts we'll run on ahead. Let's see, and we are going to... We probably could have stood to have those Tyranid warriors go down there to help with the cultist infestation, but hang on. These Termagants... Oh, were just born yesterday. Or just born today, actually. Okay, here in Endothalone, we can order the production of something. Let's go ahead and let's see. Only 5 influence cost to expand to another tile, so yeah, we'll take it. Yeah, we'll set up some influence buildings there. Sounds like a good idea. We will not be producing anything else in Endothalone, because we do not want... Well, units don't cost influence to produce. So let's order some Hormagaunts, because they can be thrown somewhere to rush something. And similarly, we'll order another set of Hormagaunts down here. And we will end the turn. Is that Data Smith going to? No, he is not going to die to the Overwatch attacks. Please don't do that much damage. He didn't do that much damage. Okay. So we can move the Tervigon up and the Tervigon can get some healing done. Okay, let's see here. You, Mr. Tervigon, are going to step up here. You are going to first drop a heal on these Termagants. These Termagants are going to move up here, where they will be a little bit safer. The Tyranid Prime will be taking their spot on this tile. And we will be surrounding Mr. Tervigon with loads of different units, because the Tervigon is a valuable unit that needs to be covered. There we go. And this formidable army will be pushing up north into the desert, into the Dry Bones Desert, named for the signature Mario enemy that is native to the region. Now, let's see here. How many units can we get around this Chaos Cultist? Alright, let's go ahead and surround this guy. Can these... Yes, these Hormagaunts can move in to contribute to the efforts. And will we be able to kill these Chaos Cultists in a single turn? Probably not, but perhaps. They won't get far on foot regardless. Okay, back here, let's see. We have more units that need to be fed to the city of Panerator. We will hold off on feeding these Termagants to Panerator at the moment. These Termagants, excuse me, will move up. These guys will go ahead and sit here. This Tyranid Warrior will move up and take... Oh, hey, extra Chaos Cultists. Don't mind if I do. Let's see, back here in Farkor, we are ready to put in another influence building, because good lord, do we need it. The Synapse nodes have been down for a minute now. Gonna have to put a loyalty building into Farkor soon enough as well, though. You know, it would almost be smart to just start having a Tervigon that just spits out Termagants into all of your new cities and just get them up to speed super rapidly. That would be crazy, but it's not a half bad idea. Nonetheless, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up here. So, having a great time here. I will be coming back to this very soon. And I will see you folks then. Later.